Well, look, this is not very mysterious. Donald Trump knows he's lost the election, but he'll never concede that he's lost the election because it's very important for him to tell his followers, and there are many of them, that he is a legitimate heir to the White House. So, and Joe Biden is the illegitimate heir. And of course, we all know from the Game of Thrones what happens to all the bastard kings. They're on the run for the rest of their lives. So he's actually begun his 2024 campaign. And he's into, as some New York marketing guy said yesterday, he's into the pre-production process right now. He's in pre-production. He's going to establish the Trump Revolutionary Network. It's going to have millions of subscribers. He's already copyrighted the phrase tele-rallies, which is going to be his kind of evangelical meetings over the next couple of years. And he's getting ready to run again. Now, he's got 70 days left in Washington, and it's not a caretaker government. He can do what he wants. He can start World War III, though he's not going to do that. He's going to get even with a few people, but he's trying to identify all his what I call loyal elements, because loyalty is everything to this guy, and he's going to sort of punish the people who were not loyal. And it's very, very important to him because as he goes forward, he's got this enormous following, Laura. He has 72 million voters and 88 million Twitter followers. Wow. And he commands 20% of the Republican Party that vote in the primaries. 93% of the entire Republican Party voted for him in the election. Now, he knows he's lost the election, but it's very important for him to criminalize the results. As far as he's concerned, there's a November crime, and the people around it are the November criminals. I mean, this guy sounds like a classic Titan from the 1930s, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not sulking. He's not a bad sport. I mean, no one likes to lose anything. And he's turned every failure into his life into a victory, whether it was his the bankruptcies or the Steele report or the Mueller report or the impeachment proceedings. Every time he gets hit over the head, he turns it into sort of some kind of a victory, and he's positioned himself in the next place. Look, Donald Trump, we badly underestimated him 4 years ago. Yep. We thought he was just an accidental president, but it could be that he's a lot smarter than anybody in the room, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, look, that's a really good point. It brings me to something that I've been thinking about as well. What does the Republican Party do now post Trump? What does it look like? Because it does leave a bit of a vacuum there, notwithstanding perhaps plans for Donald Trump to run in 2024. But is the Republican Party, what do they do? How do they rebuild a next leader to win at the next election?
Well, I mean, they're going to have approval from the boss first. And, when the Republicans ran this time around, when the president ran this time, they didn't have a party platform. So, the party faithful didn't have anything to attach themselves to. They're just kind of using the 2016 platform. Look, the Republicans, and, I'm kind of old. I've been around a long time. And the Republican Party was always the minority party in America. The Democrats always had a bigger number of people, and then there were a lot of independents or swing voters in the United States. I mean, the Republican Party is going to have to revitalize itself, and it's sort of doubling down with the products that it has right now. And as long as it controls the Senate, it's going to control the what happens in the Democratic Party. And let me tell you, Biden's talking about unifying the country. He's going to have his hands full unifying the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party right now is being run over by all the progressives who couldn't win the presidential nomination. Senator Warren's going to be Secretary of the Treasury, and Senator Sanders is going to be Secretary of Labor. Pete Buttigieg is going to be Secretary of Housing. And so they're all coming, particularly the left wing of the party, which put up with Biden. And Biden's just hired a chief of staff, Ron Klain, who was the counsel of the Judiciary Committee, Biden's Judiciary Committee in the 80s, and he's also worked very closely with Bill Clinton and with Barack Obama, and he was Hillary Clinton's one of the top guys in her campaign. I mean, what we got is Barack Obama 3.0 in the White House, and all the people from the swamp who disappeared all these years, they're all back again. So the Democratic Party is starting to look much like itself. So the Republican Party is going to have to position itself against it. But I'll tell you this, because of what the president can do, and I predict he'll take troops out of Iraq and maybe, out of Afghanistan and maybe Iraq and get those servicemen and women home for Christmas. He could do that all by himself, and He will. He'll do whatever he can. He's going to make a lot of trouble with these moving people out of the Pentagon and putting his own people in. But I think because people say that he can't accept the result. I tell you what, it's the Democrats who cannot accept what he's doing. What he's doing is he's running again. And one final thing here is all the media people have gone after Trump, and they're saying that these baseless allegations he's making. Every media report in America right now looks like an editorial. There's not a straight sentence written anywhere. And so Trump is able to he's able to leave office, controlling the story, the narrative that he got screwed, and it's a stolen election. And now he's able to say he's put up with fake news, fake polls, and now a fake election. I mean, he's perfectly positioned to win the 2024. And, Australians and other people around the world are probably sick and tired of people running for president 24/7, 365 days a year. But I think we're into the next presidential race, or as Bette Davis says in All About Eve, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy night.